Great is the art of beginning, but greater is the art of ending. Let us all welcome this new change, which has brought us to the end of this event.
Namaskar to all present here. Today, I, Sukh Sanjam Kaur,
And I, Kavya Jaiswal,
welcome all the galaxy of intellectuals, distinguished guests, and dignitaries present here. The most prestigious chief guest of the event, Dr. Sudhir Rajiv, Vice Chancellor of Haridev Joshi University, Jaipur. Dr. Rajiv Mathur, Director, Mody Institute. Dr. Vinod Purohit, Joint Secretary, Mody Institute. Dean Administration, Dr. N.K. Maheshwari, GM Admissions. Mr. Venkata Ramakrishna Saraswati, GM Finance. Mr. Vishnu Vyas Ji, DGM Admissions. Sir Prabhin Jha. We accord you all a very warm welcome on behalf of the entire Mody School family to the closing ceremony of IPSC MS MUN 2022. We have come to the closing part of 6th episode of the MS MUN and the very first part of IPSC MS MUN. I strongly hope that you all have had fruitful sessions of interaction and exchange of ideas for the last 3 days. I would fondly like to remember and appreciate the efforts taken by all the student participants of various schools. It is in the participation and involvement that we learn.
Purpose of conducting Model United Nations is not to decide on the best delegation, but to reap the learning outcomes of it. MUN makes one to be analytical, critical, understanding, adjusting one's stand for the sake of the other, amicable, and so on. The fragrance of flowers spread only in the direction of wind, but the goodness of a person spreads in all the directions.
Let me now take the opportunity to introduce to the assemblage the chief guest of the event, Honorable Dr. Sudhir Rajiv, the Vice Chancellor, Haridev Joshi University of Journalism and Mass Communication, Jaipur. Born on August 26, 1956, she did her doctorate in philosophy in the year 1985 from University of Jodhpur, now known as JNV University. She is the author to the book Forms of Black Consciousness and also a co-author to Understanding Diversity.
She has written many articles, including one for the Encyclopedia of Black Studies, Thousand Oaks, California Sage Publications, and other prominent national and international literary books and journals.
To add a feather to her crown, she has presented many papers at national and international conferences and seminars. She has even been a visiting professor, Department of African American Studies, Temple University, Philadelphia. She has rendered her prestigious services as the Dean and Director of reputed universities.
Dr. Rajiv has a long list of honors and awards. Lifetime Achievement Award for English Studies, Canadian Studies Faculty Enrichment Fellowship, Postdoctoral Fulbright Fellowship, and many more to add on. We accord a very warm welcome to you, ma'am.
We request the audience to give a standing ovation to our revered chief guest. Thank you, everyone. You may now take your seats.
Light is a symbol of brightness and prosperity. As sunlight expels the darkness of might, similarly, blessings bring in a life prosperity and happiness.
So, to make this afternoon a blessed one, I request Madam Principal, Mrs. Kajal Marwaha, to escort the chief guest and the dignitaries on the stage for lamp lighting to mark the auspicious beginning of today's ceremony. Please, ma'am.
शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Now, I would like to request Madam Principal to please felicitate our guests. Thank you, ma'am.
Music can change the world because it can change people. Without music, life would be a blank to us.
So, to make this magical afternoon more magical, our first performance on stage is to raise the morale high of all the students and delegates present here. Let us give a big round of applause from the bottom of our hearts to the song of the school, Shat Shat Vandan, performed by our school band. music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams, wandering by lone sea breakers and sitting by desolate streams. When music sounds, gone is the earth I know, and all her lovely things even lovelier grow. When words fail, music speaks, well said by William Shakespeare. Folk music is the original melody of a man. It is the musical mirror of the world.
Folk songs express the dreams, prayers, and hopes of the working people. These are the songs filled with the fragrance of the land, expressing the soul of the people residing there. They are the musical craft, influencing the whole spectra. We are in the land of Rajasthan, where a welcome starts with Khammagani and Padharu Marides. Let us now enjoy the popular Rajasthani folk song being presented by the girls of our school.
हो लुक छुप ना जाओ जी, मन दीद कराओ जी, रैख्यू तरसावे हो, मन सकल दिखाओ जी। थारी शरारत सब जानू मैं चौधरी, मारस ले वो न पंगा जी मैं कह लगी, मारे हिबड़ा में जागी धोकड़ी रे, चंदा में थारी चांदनी, मर दामन में बांधी खुशी रे, झूम 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 हो, मारे हिबड़ा में जागी धोकड़ी रे, चंदा में थारी चांदनी, मर दामन में बांधी खुशी रे, झूम 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 झूम। मोहर लिया तूने ऐसा खेला दा, मारे हिचको ले मारे मन की ना, थारी शरारत सब जानू मैं चौधरी, मारे से ले वो न पंगा जी मैं कह लगी, मारे हिमड़ा में जागी धोकड़ी रे, चंदा में थारी चांदनी, मर दामन में बांधी खुशी रे, झूम 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 हो, मारे हिबड़ा में जागी धोकड़ी रे, चंदा में थारी चांदनी, मर दामन में बांधी खुशी रे, झूम 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 झूम। दाल बाटी खा ले आके मारेगा, गना गिरा डाला तूने चौका चढ़ा जा, मारी शरारत सब जानू मैं चौधरी, मारे से ले वो न पंगा जी मैं कह लगी, मारे हिबड़ा में जागी धोकड़ी रे, चंदा में थारी चांदनी, मर दामन में बांधी खुशी रे, झूम 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 हो मारे हिवड़ा में जागी धोकनी रे चंदा में थारी चांदनी मरे दामन में बांधी खुशी रे झूम 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 बाज।
What a marvelous performance. Let's give them a huge round of applause. Thank you, girls.
The music flowed through my veins, freezing me from all the pain.
As I heard the beat, I started tapping my feet.
I heard my favorite band and started to move my hands.
The lyrics flowed to my heart. I sang along to all the pieces of art. Come, let's go. Leaving the debates and discussions aside, I'm sure that the delegates made a bunch of good memories that are going to be cherished forever. So I would be delighted to hear one such experience by any of you. Anyone? Anyone?
Good afternoon to everyone. Myself Parneet Kaur, representing Vidya Devi Jindal School. To be honest, I didn't want to come to this MUN, but my teachers had so much faith in me that I will do it. Within one day, I did all my research, and on the first day, I was very scared that I will not be able to do it. But a great thank you to all my allies, my delegates who helped me, and I think the case was USA versus Iran, and with full majority, my case won. And I made a great good friend, Shivanshi, sitting here. Thank you.
Thank you, Delegate. What a wonderful experience. Anyone else?
So, moving on to my next question. May I ask the escort teachers, what is their fondest memory in Mody campus? May I have your feedback, please? What is your fondest memory in Mody campus?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. The best thing that I learned over here and I'm going to take away with me is the namaskar. So, our children have learned namaskar, and we enjoyed bird watching, and Tapovan is awesome. So that was a very mesmerizing experience that we had. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Well, I'm sure we have all had a fair chance of making new friends and not missing a chance to socialize.
So, it would be really interesting to know which part of the conference did you find the most enchanting one? I repeat, which part of the conference did you find the most enchanting one? Can you please describe how it was very enchanting? Yes, sir, please.
Yeah, I mean the socials were pretty fun, everyone united on the floor, and we danced like for many minutes or hours. And that's the beauty of music. You just forget that you're dancing for a while, and that was the most fun part.
Thank you so much, Delegate. Your active participation is appreciated. I would like to thank the very active audience for their incredible contribution to this session.
There are shortcuts to happiness, and dancing is one of them. It is like dreaming with your feet. The body says what words cannot.
Mody girls participated in IPSC Dance Festival Melange, hosted by Mayo College, Ajmer. It is a proud moment for us to announce that the folk dance team of Mody School won the second position out of 17 schools all over India.
Haryana has its own unique traditional music and dance. Let us now be a witness to the poetry of the foot. May I now invite our dancing divas for an enthusiastic performance.
doubt, it was an award-winning dance. Thank you, girls, for your glamorous performance. As the 3 days of the committee has come to a close, I'm overjoyed to see that this event, the one that we have poured all our blood, sweat and tears into, has been a resounding success. May I now invite the Secretary General of the IPSC MSMUN, Ms. Riddhima Dhanuka, for the closing address.
Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage that counts. Respected Madam Principal, Guest of Honor, Dr. Sudhi Rajiv Ma'am, all the dignitaries, EB members, delegates, Namaskar. I welcome you to the closing ceremony of IPSC MSMUN 2022. Congratulations to each one of you, to those taking back awards and even those who aren't. It should not upset you if you have not won any delegation awards. What you have won is yourself. The first-timers who brushed off all hesitation and gave their best without being conscious of how they would be perceived. Let me tell you, you are perceived as brave intellectuals who are open to learning new things. There are always going to be more conferences to get involved in. So learn from your mistakes. Being open to improvement is the most important step to take on the journey of becoming the best version of yourself. Being the Secretary General was indeed an amazing experience, and I would like to thank the EB members and the delegates present here for helping me grow and learn so much this year. I truly do admire each one of you. In the course of 3 days, delegates have dived deeper into the world of diplomacy, strategic thinking, and problem solving. MSMUN, I am sure, has empowered each one of us with a deep knowledge of international current issues and taught us how to think in another country's perspectives. I feel great pride in saying that I can sense how this 3-day conference has shaped each one of us into better individuals. I would now like to take the time to thank all the delegates, executive board members, those working behind the scenes, and the wonderful logistics team for driving this event towards success. I would also like to show gratitude to all the teacher in charges and respected Madam Principal for their unmatched guidance and the amount of uncompromised help they never failed to provide. Diplomatic unity, collaboration, compromise, and lots of determination are how we will make change in the society and how we will ensure a better tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Riddhima.
Any institution's alumni are key to its growth. Our school is focused on giving a global experience to its students. Nobody is bothered about an institution more than its alumni. May I now request our esteemed alumni and our Director Generals, Ms. Naishadha and Ms. Hia, to come on the stage for a short joint speech.
Thank you, Taruni. Thank you, Sirk, for the lovely introduction. Good morning and a very warm namaskar to everyone present here. It's a proud privilege to be a part of the conference as the Director Generals. The conference that we're culminating today has come a long way. The Mody School MUN has a rich and upholding heritage and legacy to follow, which will continue till the end of time, hopefully. These 6 years have been years of constant learning and newer experiences for not just the delegates, but for everyone involved behind the curtains. What started off as just a spark of idea between two friends has, well, turned into a dream, turned into a goal, and unfolded into a reality that we never expected it would. We will cherish this experience forever. To watch our visions unfold is overwhelming, to say the least. From having chills while introducing the idea to Madam Principal for the first time, to having chills during the opening ceremony, we've come a long way indeed.
Thank you, Naishda. Certainly, the road not taken does, in fact, lead you places you could not think of with your eyes closed. Yet again, it has been an honor to stand tall on the other side of the panel. We have all started off as delegates with little to none knowledge of the world of Model United Nations, and a journey from being a delegate to an EB member has been one of the varied experiences of not giving up and pushing our way through the cages of our own minds. These are the cages of insecurity, of hesitation, of cowardice, and of course of unoriginality. Delegates, progress comes to one as a whole parcel. It is like all other things in life that arrives in intervals. We hope that this experience would act as a stepping stone and make headway for all the other endeavors which are to come. Thank you. We appreciate your presence throughout the conference and not to forget your valuable contributions. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Talent and skills are the crops that are nurtured, groomed, and given all possible opportunities to grow and bloom.
We have intense debates among the delegates, executive board members, and even press. And now, with all our work ending, we believe that every participant will go back with a lot more knowledge and experience.
This is a much awaited event in every delegate's life, as it gives the returns to the effort put in by them throughout this event.
Now, I invite Ma'am Principal to felicitate the delegates for their outstanding work with awards. Please, Ma'am. May I now invite the Executive Board members of United Nations General Assembly for announcing the most awaited results.
Namaskar and a very good afternoon to everyone present here. As today, after 3 days of hectic schedule, commendable debate, I, Anuswa Sinha, as I sign off as the UNGA chairperson, it's a great, honorable and pleasure moment for me to give out these awards. The committee was great. The delegates were intensive and the debates were intensive. I cannot give the awards today because I'm in a great dilemma, whom to give and whom not to. But I'm very sorry if I cannot give all of you the awards. But without any further delay, I'll be giving away the awards. Starting with the best position paper. Any guesses? The best position paper award goes to the delegate of Russia. Verbal mention, the delegate of China. Special mention, the delegate of North Korea.
Well, I can't say that this was unexpected. I, I already told my committee members that North Korea never loses and I was definitely going to win. But although I would also like to say that taking this award makes me feel sorry for the English dictionary. It doesn't have enough words to complement mine. Well, thank you, that's all.
Honorable mention, the delegate of Brazil. High commendations in no particular order, the delegate of India and the delegate of Germany. And lastly, the most awaited award, the Best Delegate Award, UNGA, any guesses? The delegate of UK. With this, I come to the end of my awards. Thank you so much to each and every one of you, especially my Vice Chair, my Rapporteur and my Director. Thank you, Madam Principal. It was an honor chairing the UNGA committee. Thank you.
Thank you, committee.
May I now invite the cabinet members of United Nations Human Rights Commission to acknowledge the names of excellence.
Namaskar and a very good afternoon to one and all present here. Our esteemed chief guests, all the deans, Madam Principal, faculty members, students and all the lovely delegates. It always feels great to be on this side of the dais. Joseph Joubert rightly said, it's better to debate a question without settling it than to settle a question without debating it. And that's what we did in United Nations Human Rights Council. The past 3 days were tiring, overwhelming, and took a lot of efforts. but at the same time, they were exceptional. Each one of us learned something, including me, from arguing in the committee to having a healthy debate and coming to a resolution, took great efforts. And I would like to appreciate all the delegates, my vice chairperson, rapporteur, and especially the OC members who put in all their hard work and dedication to make the committee work. Before coming to the awards bit, I would like to say, yes, it's a fact everybody loves winning and winning awards feels great. But also knowing the fact that you gave your 100% feels great enough. And with that, I would like to call my rapporteur and my vice chairperson to announce the best position paper, verbal mention and honorable mention.
Congratulations for the successful conference we had. Each one of you performed with a full of enthusiasm and diligence. So, without any further ado, I would like to announce the best position paper, which goes to Delegate of Sri Lanka.
The award for the verbal mention goes to the delegate of Russia.
We had to tally each and every number and anything. Both of the delegates did an incredible job, and in no particular order, actually, I would like to call the delegate of India 1 and 2 for high commendation.
वर्ल्ड कप के शहंशाह ब्राजील के सामने क्या टिक पाएगा स्विट्जरलैंड? ब्राजील बनाम स्विट्जरलैंड, सोमवार 28 नवंबर रात 9 बजे जियो सिनेमा और स्पोर्ट्स 18 पर लाइव।
Made for us, right through sand, tame every turn, rule every terrain. 0-degree steel belted radials, engineered for speeds up to 270 kilometers per hour. The widest range of two-wheeler radial tires. Europe Tires by TVS.
And an alumni of this very school. Oh, this all feels so nostalgic. So, I'm sorry, ma'am, I was also a council member previously. So, honestly, it was a very long journey from being a delegate, like the majority of you all here, to chairing a committee. And for the past 3 days, the committee deliberated upon the topic of reconsidering the legalization of prostitution. Between the delegate of France stating that trans women are not women, which was countered by the delegate of Germany about how there is no difference between the two, and the delegate of Thailand bringing up Oedipus complex and the way United Kingdom objected how not every girl is a prostitute. Our committee was definitely the perfect definition of equal parts of fun and learning. I proudly say that delegates of UNCSW passed the draft resolution and the committee adjourned successfully. Choosing the awards was not an easy task for the executive board, but it had to be done. So here we are presenting the awards for our committee. I would like the director for our committee, Ma'am Pranav Pragya, to please present.
Award for the best position paper UNCSW. Any guesses, delegates? The best position paper award goes to the delegate of France.
Give her a huge round of applause, delegates. A very warm and pleasant namaskar to the assembly of intellectuals. Without further ado, I, Nandini Sureka, Vice Chairperson, UNCSW, take pride in announcing the verbal mention which goes to the delegate of Thailand. Goes to the delegate of United Kingdom. Give her a huge round of applause, delegates.
high recommendation in no particular order for our committee goes to Germany and Singapore. Most awaited award, UNCSW. Any guesses for the best delegate? Australia. I would like to request Netherlands and India to please stand up on their seats. India, where are you? Oh, here, sorry, I'm so sorry. I would like to give you a round of applause for your commendable performance in the committee and your highly insightful points. Thank you so much. With this, I, Simran Kumar, Chairperson UNCSW, sign off. Thank you so much.
Thank you, committee.
Now I would request Director Mody Institute to please come upon the stage and do the honors accompanying Ma'am Principal.
Please, sir.
Opportunity to welcome the EB members of all India political parties meet to acknowledge the names of the best replica politicians and the debates.
To one and all present here. I, Sarika, moderator AIPPM, first of all would like to thank Ma'am Principal and Team MUN for providing me with this golden opportunity to being on the EV. For the first time, actually this is my first time being on the executive board, and this was really an amazing and thrilling experience. I have been on the AIPPM as a delegate like for twice or thrice, but I have never seen such an energy before, ma'am. Even there was a moment in my committee where we on the board members walked out of the committee. Still they were fighting together. So it was an amazing experience. So without a further ado, I would like to call Deputy Moderator Ms. Aditi Bhangadia to announce the awards.
Namaskar everyone. It was a great honor to serve as a deputy moderator at IPSC MSMUN 2022. It gives me immense pleasure to announce the award for the committee. The award for the verbal mention goes to the portfolio of Mr. Rahul Gandhi.
खत्म, but मजा आया. Thank you.
The award for special mention goes to the portfolio of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal.
For honorable mention goes to Mr. S. Jayashankar and Mr. Yogi Adityanath ji. High commendation, we have two more delegates. That is Mr. O.P. Birla and Mr. Uddhav Thackeray. For the best delegate, any guesses? Mr. Kiran Rijiju ji. The current law minister, he have well researched each and every concept, but here is really no. The performance was really commendable. Sarika, moderator AIPPM, signs off. Thank you.
Thank you, Team AIPPM. I cordially invite the EB members of Mass Action Plan to announce the names of the best delegates.
Once again, a very warm namaskar, everyone. As I stand here signing off as the chairperson, Mass Action Program, to say that I'm extremely honored and grateful would be not enough. These 3 days have been those of constant deliberations and negotiations, of fruitful debates and whatnot. Well, we went from Russia wanting to nuke nations and never settle for peace to gain the, the likingness of the whole committee. South Korea not wanting to go to Mars, and a few nations supporting South Korea. We're now in Mars. It's 2026. Elon Musk is happy.
And I'm sure the delegates who were figuring things out have figured things out by now. Jokes apart, I remember what it was like to sit in your seats and all the hard work that goes into your research and preparing for the event. Delegates, your research has amazed me. And again, to say that would not even be the least. I have a constraint of time, so we'll move on to the awards. I call Ma'am Rapture Shamvi Singh to announce the verbal mentions.
Namaskar to one and all present here. I'd like to announce a verbal mention, and it goes to the delegate of Ukraine.
Moving on to the two most awaited awards. Any guesses for the High Com? Who said US and who said Iran? Australia. Are you underestimating Australia or are you overestimating Australia? That's the question. Well, the High Com goes to Iran. Very well deserved. Always amazing me with your speeches. She had such good content, I was taken aback. Now, the most awaited award, the best delegate. Any guesses? You're right, it goes to Australia. Regardless of the awards that you've gotten or not, I sincerely appreciate your efforts, and I'm, as Elon Musk, extremely proud of the delegation that I decided to bring together. Never ever be disheartened for what you've accomplished, and what you will be in the near future even more worthwhile. Your efforts will never go to waste. Thank you so much for being a part of my committee.
Thank you, committee.
May I now welcome the Executive Board members of International Court of Justice to announce the results.
Namaskar and a very good afternoon to each one of you present here, Madam Principal, the dignitaries, teachers, and the delegates. The last 3 days have been overwhelming, tiring, but fruit-bearing and rewarding. The delegates deliberated on the topic certain Iranian assets, the Republic of Iran versus USA. It was an honor chairing this committee and full of such great minds who are the leaders of tomorrow for sure. I'm delighted to say all the delegates performed really well with utmost dedication, and they came up with such good ideas and solution-driven. I want to thank each one of you for such a great experience being a chair. They say learning is a constant process, and for me the past 3 days have been that, and thank you so much to each one of you for that. A special thanks to my vice chairperson, my rapporteur, and my OCs for being a constant support. Please clap for them. With this, we'll present the awards.
Good morning to everyone present here. I am Anushka, the Rapporteur for the International Court of Justice. I'd like to present the award for the Best Position Paper and the verbal mentions. They are: Best Position Paper goes to Vasu Saxena, the delegation of Morocco from Birla Public School, Pilani. Please give him a huge round of applause. To Ishan Chahal from Yadavindra Public School, Mohali, and Akshara Singh, Japan from Mody School, Lakshmangarh.
Vice Chairperson ICJ, without any further delay, would like to announce the award for high recommendation in no particular order goes to Manya, Delegate of France from Sindhya Kanya Vidyalaya. Delegate, you were amazing. The counters you have put up in the committee was outstanding. Please give a round of applause for the Delegate of France. Next goes to Khushi Kotwani, Delegate of Iran. Delegate of Somalia, Bhaumik Goel.
Award. Any guesses? ICJ? Yes, it's the delegate of USA. What leadership skills, you guys.
want to say something for my committee. The award that I've got is not my alone hard work. It is hard work of all my allies sitting there. Thank you so much for your support. And the best thing about my committee was my executive board. Thank you so much for your consistent support. And also, I would like to special mention over here for thank you for the supportive OC head Shivanshi. Thank you so much.
With this, I, Antara Verma, sign off as the chairperson of International Court of Justice. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, committee. With a huge anticipation, let me invite the cabinet members of United Nations Historic Security Council to announce the names for the best delegation.
Good morning and a very warm namaskar to everyone present here. As I stand here to sign off as the chairperson of HSC, the Historic Special Committee, I cannot leave the stage without acknowledging the privilege I have by simply being a part of the legacy of Mody School and of MS-MUN. HSC, where we discussed the hypothetical case of the Speluncean explorers, was one of the most thought-provoking committees I have ever been a part of. We had sessions full of lively thoughts and I am immensely proud to say that we successfully passed a resolution. For the success of this committee and even the MUN as a whole, I would like to extend my heartiest gratitude to the Vice Chair and the Rapporteur of this committee and of course the delegates as well for their diligence and hard work. I would also like to thank our Secretary General, Ms. Ridhima Dhanuka, the creative heads and the OC for their noteworthy contribution. Now, please invite the Rapporteur to announce the Best Position Paper Award.
First of all, I thank all of you for your time and valuable insights. The award for the Best Position Paper goes to Canada.
Please give her a huge round of applause.
We look forward to welcome you again. Now I call the Vice Chair to proceed with the awards.
Thank you, Nishita. I am the Vice Chair of the Historic Special Committee. Now coming up with the next award, we have the verbal mention, which goes to the delegate of Russia, Kritik Jain. A huge round of applause for the delegate of Russia, please. He was one of the most active participants in our committee. The next award is for the honorable mention, which goes to the delegate of Norway. A huge round of applause for the delegate of Norway, Sandan Mishra. Great performance, delegate.
Now, for the most awaited awards, I think they are very well obvious. The high commendations in no particular order goes to the delegate of USA, Please give her a huge round of applause. She wrapped her argument commendably. Give her a huge round of applause, please. The next high recommendation goes to the delegate of India. Give her a huge round of applause. Now, for the most anticipated award, and I think it is very well obvious, Delegate of Uganda, we would love to have you on stage. Please join us. Give her a huge, huge round of applause. Now that the awards have been announced, I would just like to say that please remember that regardless of whether you have received an award or not, if you keep growing and working hard, you will be soon on the other side of stage as well. Thank you. Now I sign off as the chairperson of the Historic Special Committee.
Thank you, committee. Now, may I take the opportunity to invite the executive board members of United Nations Security Council for the announcement of best results in the committee. I would like to request our prestigious chief guest, Dr. Sudhi Rajiv, to please join Madam Principal and Director, sir, for the felicitation.
Sorry, ma'am, for a bit inconvenience.
Please, ma'am.
Namaskar, everyone. A very warm good afternoon to you all. I would just like to begin by saying that you can take a girl out of Mody, but not Mody out of a girl. And I'm here, I'm back, I'm returning to the school after almost 4 years, and it feels so good to be back. This stage, this place brings up so many memories, and I'm nothing but grateful for everything that the school has given me. I would like to begin by extending my heartfelt gratitude to Madam Principal and the MUN Coordinator, Madam Nidhi Rajput, for entrusting me with the responsibility of being the chairperson of the Committee United Nations Security Council, charged with the responsibility of dealing with matters of international justice and peace. The agenda for our committee was nuclear proliferation and how to combat with that. And I must say that I was in awe of the deliberation and the articulation exhibited by all of the delegates in the committee and how they reached a successful conclusion by submitting a draft resolution which passed with a unanimous vote in the committee. So I would just like the audience to appreciate and give a round of applause to all the delegates of the UNSC. I hope I could avoid this, but as things go, we do have to give awards to some of the delegates.
And I would like my rapporteur, Tishanika, to announce the verbal mention for UNSC.
Namaskar everyone. The verbal mention goes to the delegate of Canada.
The spontaneity with which you presented your arguments was truly commendable. I would now like my Vice Chair, Shreya Agarwal, to announce the best position paper for UNSC.
So the award for the best position paper goes to the delegate of North Korea.
The delegate did not speak much, but whenever they did, it was nothing short of amazing arguments and precise discussions. I would now like to announce the special mention for UNSC, and it goes to the delegate of France. Unexpected, but truly well deserved. The honorable mention goes to the delegate of China. Recommendations. This one was a tough one, and I really had to rack my brains to figure out who to give this award to. And in no particular order, I announce the awardees for high commendation, and the award goes to the delegate of Gabon and the delegate of India. May we have you on stage, please? Both were truly amazing, and it was a really tough competition. That most delegates have their eyes set out on. So any guesses for the best delegate for UNSC? You guessed it. It's the delegate of Spain. The negotiation skills for research, the kind of rigor, it was all amazing.
but there are two other delegates that I would like to recognize the efforts of. So it's the delegate of Russia and the delegate of Japan. You were incredible, but I'm sorry, there are only a limited number of awards that we can give out. But I really appreciate the kind of effort you put into this conference. And I would also like to appreciate and thank my EB members, my vice chair Shreya, and my rapporteur Prashantika for helping me throughout, for being such a main source of support, and for putting in so much effort into this conference. And with that, I, Anupama, chairperson of LSE, would like to sign off. Thank you so much.
Thank you, committee. With increasing level of curiosity among the audience, may I please welcome the Executive Board members of International Press Corps to please come and announce the awards.
Namaskar everyone. It feels absolutely surreal to be standing at the dais after these 3 active days as the chairperson of International Press Corps. All my delegates worked so very hard and covered all they could have. The way everyone cooperated and communicated was so inspiring, and it would be very wrong to say that we, the executive board, did not learn much from them. With this, I call the Editor-in-Chief, Shilpi, to announce the awards of verbal and special mention.
Namaskar everyone. It was very difficult to choose the award based to various skills, but we tried to be as fair as possible. So here we go. So the verbal mention awards goes to Ahmeen Sidhu. Sanskriti Sharma and Vanshika Devra.
The award for high commendation goes to Kritika and Ananya Singh. Delegate goes to Janvi Podar. photographers Simran Tolani and Yuvika Goenka for being so active throughout these 3 days of the conference. With this, I, Chairperson, International Press Corps, sign
off. We would request Ma'am Principal and Director Sir and our Chief Guest to please stay for a while.
A leader is the one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. It is said that before you are a leader, success is all about growing yourself. But when you become a leader, success is all about growing others. Let's all now put our hands together for the felicitation of all the exemplary leaders who have sweated hard as our executive board members.
First to come on stage is the Chairperson of United Nations General Assembly, Ms. Anuswa Sinha. Followed by the Vice Chairperson, Ms. Rindima Dhanuka. Next, I would call upon the Director, Ms. Priya Gattani. Followed by the Rapporteur, Ms. Anya Sakuja.
Thank you, UNG. May I now call the Chairperson of United Nations Human Rights Council, Ms. Vidhi Chandak, followed by the Vice Chairperson, Ms. Tushita Agnihotri, and the Rapporteur, Ms. Bhumika Jain.
Please give a big round of applause. Next in queue is the Chairperson of UNCSW, Ms. Simran Kumar, followed by the Vice Chairperson, Ms. Nandini Sureka, and the Director, Ms. Pranav Pragya.
Please give them a huge round of applause. Thank you, UNCSW. Next, we have the moderator of All India Political Parties Meet, Ms. Sarika Bediwal, followed by the Deputy Moderator, Ms. Aditi Bhangadia, and the Joint Director, Ms. Sagrika Singh. want you to stay on stage for a few more minutes, please.
May I now call upon the escort teachers of Emerald Heights, Indore, along with their delegates to receive the honor.
Escort teacher of Emerald Heights, along with delegates. Thank you, Emerald Heights. Now I humbly request the escort teacher of Birla Public School Pilani to come on stage along with their 8 delegates for the honor.
I repeat, Birla Public School Pilani.
Please give them a big round of applause. Thank you, PPS.
Next, I would like to call on the escort teacher of Maharani Gayatri Devi School, Jaipur, along with the delegates on stage. I repeat, Maharani Gayatri Devi School.
Thank you, MGD. May I now request the escort teacher of Rajmata Krishna Kumari Girls School, Jodhpur, with the delegates to come on the stage. I repeat, Rajmata Krishna Kumari Girls School, Jodhpur.
Next in queue, I would request the escort teacher of Sindhya Kanya Vidyalaya with the delegates on stage. Sindhya Kanya Vidyalaya.
of Sainik School, Golpala, Assam, with the delegates on stage to receive the honor. I repeat, the escort teacher of Sainik School, Golpala, Assam, with their delegates. Thank you, school.
May I now request Yadvinder Public School, Mohali to please come up on the stage with their escort teacher. Please give them a huge round of applause.
Thank you, YPS Mohali. Next, I would like to call on stage the escort teacher of Yadvinder Public School, Patiala, along with the delegates on the stage. I repeat, YPS Patiala along with their delegates. Thank you, school.
Last but not the least, I would request the escort teacher of Vidya Devi Jindal School, Hisar, with the delegates on stage.
Vidya Devi Jindal School, Assam.
Thank you, Vinitha. Now, I would like to request our Secretary General, IPSC MSMUN, Ms. Riddhima Dhanuka, to please come and receive the honor. Please give a big round of applause.
welcome the chief guest of the event, Dr. Sudhi Rajiv, to come upon the stage and enlighten us with her precious words.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am, for doing the honors.
Thank you, ma'am.
In the tradition of the school, Namaskar to all of you present in this hall. Friends, I know that it has been a long day for you, and I won't take too much time to say a few things, share a few things, and my takeaways from this afternoon. Director of the entire Lakshmangarh show, my brother Rajiv Mathur, principal of the school, Ms. Kajal Marwa, Alkaji, staff and students, and all our guests from across the country. Indeed, it's a moment of pleasure to be amongst a vibrant, energetic group of students. And that is what gives sustenance to all of us who are a part and we participate in what you do vicariously through what you perform. Friends, from the beginning, I was received, the bands that played, the music that was played, the dance that was performed, everything set the musical tone for world peace, because it is in harmony, the harmony that we find in music that sets the tone for world peace. In this small hall, what you gathered is countries, large and small, rich and poor, and the not so poor. And I'm so delighted that you covered so many bodies of the UN. Believe me when I say that some of the abbreviations I had lost track of because I did that in school. And so to come here, I had to revise what is it that it means. I first should thank the school, Mody School at Lakshmangarh, for having given me this opportunity to address all of you, to learn from you and take away happy memories. Thank you, Rajiv. I don't call him Dr. Rajiv Mathur. Thank you, Rajiv. Thank you, Kajal ma'am. And thanks to all of you, because there are many friends whose children have studied in the Mody College, but I never had the opportunity of coming here. So thank you for making the way and for inviting me. Friends, I have been to many Indian public schools conferences at different places in the state. But believe me when I tell you that it was one of the largest and amongst the best that I have participated in. Many congratulations to the school, to the participating teams who made it worthwhile. The first time that I learned of the MUNM was when I was at Harvard and my boys were studying in the schools in US. And when they told me that this is something that is happening, it was my first introduction to how we are training our students to take charge of the world. Because our generation has not done too well, and it hasn't left too much for posterity to work on. So, as we move on, I'm sure what this model United States must have done for you is to introduce you to each country, the challenges that each country faces, the responses, and what for me is most important is the ideation of how you are going to address the issues that face a world where there is poverty, a world where there is hunger, a world where people are exploited. So friends, it's not here that you have done a simulation, a mimic of what would have happened in the United Nations, but it must have been and it should have been an immersive experience for you. And when I say immersive experience, I don't mean the immersive experience as you understand it now, but as a student of literature and as a teacher of literature. An immersive experience is something which involves you, where you have an identification, a deep absorption into the problems, the conflicts, and it is this conflict resolution that will change the world. Conflicts are inevitable. Wherever there are human beings, there are conflicts. But the resolution of those conflicts is what is very, very important. So, it provides you with opportunities for decision making by testing what are the different scenarios and how you can change that. So, it must have been a training for democracy, because that is what we are looking at, the pluralistic world in which we are living, where there is no single thing which is the truth. If I use the words from English literature, where I teach criticism, it is, a polyphony of voices, of ideas that you have around you. So, the training for world peace, for tolerance, the training to become responsible citizens, to change the political setup, because all of us are fed up with the political setup that is there. So you start thinking about these problems here on this stage, but thoughts are actions, and you translate them into actions. So friends, in a capitalist, consumerist society, a world of fake news, a world where PR is everything, we have our young ones from the schools who are creating an oasis, creating an Elysian Sevivan, a glorious vision, a dream of paradise, redefining the present. How beautiful that it is you who have to shape the present to give direction to future. So friends, I congratulate you that you got the opportunity to be leaders of thought, leaders of action, leaders who will think, but above all, leaders who will form public opinion. So, I think the exercise was to explore, to experiment, to empower, and then to evolve. It's truly a proof of the talent that the young ones have, their enthusiasm, their determination, their resolve to address issues and issues that face mankind. The one thing that I would have thought should have been included was WHO, because we have just come out, or maybe we are still in the pangs of COVID. And that issue, because in my university, I have this next session, we will begin a course on mass communication and public health. And I think it's one of the most important things that should be on the top of our agenda. So friends, my request to you is that you belong to the elite group. You can afford to go to these high standard, good English medium, the IP, how do you say that, the IP? Yes. But always, always remember that there are people who are poor. There are nations that are deprived. There are men and women who are underprivileged. And it is this. I was talking to Dr. Rajiv Mathur, and he was saying that at one time his daughter had to debate on Guatemala. And it was such a small place that you don't even know that such a country exists, or what are the issues at stake there, whether human rights are being respected, because I think each one of us has the right to live with dignity and to live in a manner where you can be treated as a human being. So friends, as you leave this room, as you leave this auditorium, start thinking, involve, encourage, and be the voice of the underprivileged. I think your effort should be to humanize not only those who are rich. Of course, the rich needs to be humanized. The rich countries need to understand that we have to look at the countries like Somalia, countries in Africa, countries, because there was a book when I was teaching in the US, it was a beautiful book by Walter Rodney, how Europe underdeveloped Africa. Read those things, read those books, and they will tell you what it means to be a slum dog, to be an underdog. And then you will realize that you have done something. You have brought the voice of the voiceless into the chambers and the pillars of these houses. Think of Malala, how she went to the UN. Think of all those people who went there and put forth what their country needed and how a change could take place. I'm happy that I will leave the world in the hands of all of you, thinking individuals, those who want to make a difference. I leave it in the hands of informed minds, dynamic leaders, ecology activists, and this hope for a better world and the young one gives me hope that we will see the change that all of us are looking for. I congratulate all those who participated, got awards, did not get awards, but all those who were in the audience, because it is in this interaction that you learn the call and response theory, that you learn that yes, these are the problems. Yes, there are problems of inequality. There are problems of dehumanizing the world. Technology has taken over, and this human touch which is missing, I think if you have that, if you bring that into our rooms, it will also go to the chambers of UN where the world is uniting together for the 4 important declarations of 1941. Freedom of expression, freedom of belief, freedom from fear, and freedom from want. So friends, this MNU and what you have done here is not an end. This valedictory session is not an end, but it is the beginning for you to start thinking to make the world a better place to live in. The ideals of peace are a must. What you did was you had the dream of paradise. But how would you move to that paradise if you didn't have the idea of what is ideal? So create an ideal world, a world in which you would want to live with your friends, your family, and the entire Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam. So I will close. I know that all of you are in a hurry to leave because coming at the end of an event means jaldi kariye. All of us need to catch a train. So United Nations, friends, was not created to take humanity to heaven, but to save it from hell. But here, if we make this effort, I'm sure we will take it to heaven. I close with the words of Shashi Tharoor. Talking shop? Yes. There are lots of speeches and meetings at the UN, especially during the annual sessions of the General Assembly. But as Churchill put it, jaw is better than war. Isn't it better to have one place where all countries in the world can get together, bore each other, sometimes with their words, rather than bore holes into each other on the battlefield? So thank you for giving me an opportunity to be here, to learn with you and to grow with you, because there is no age where you stop learning. So congratulations once again for this wonderful event, for inviting me, because Mody School in Lakshmangarh is just not a school. It is the school in Rajasthan which is there to train girls for girls' education. And if this is the kind of education that you are imparting in the Shekhawati area, which is barren, I'm sure you have created an oasis in the desert of Shekhawati and Rajasthan. Keep doing the good work, ma'am, and all the students, and take it forward. My best wishes to all of you. Thank you, Rajiv. Thank you, Alka. Thank you, ma'am, for inviting me. And each one on the EC and each and every one, we leave with this pledge that we will be the ones who will design the future and change the present. I wish you all the very best. Thank you. Thank you once again. Sorry.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, I would humbly request you to please stay for a while. May I now call Ma'am Principal? May I now call Ma'am Principal to kindly come and do the honors for the felicitation of our prestigious chief guest for sparing her precious time for the event.
We appreciate her kindness for giving a consent for gracing the occasion with her elegant presence.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Now I would like to request Madam Principal and our prestigious chief guest to please stay and do the felicitation for the
MUN Secretary General to please come upon the stage and announce the aim for the Best School Award.
It's good to win awards, but the most important thing is to win together. With this, I would like to announce the Best School Award, which goes to Yadvindra Public School, Mohali.
Snoop Dogg, Stick, check it out. I can roll on my arm and I'm pouring Sean down and I roll the best weed cause I got it going on.
Thank you, ma'am. I would now once again invite the Principal Mody School, Ma'am Kajal Marwaha, for a brief address to the August gathering.
Namaskar everyone. Thank you so much for this gathering. From the bottom of my heart, I extend my gratitude to the respected chief guest, director sir, and the other dignitaries, teachers, scouts, and to all my dear students to make this project MSMUN a successful one. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Sukti, the two hardest things to say in life are hello for the first and goodbyes for the last.
Don't be dismayed at goodbyes, Kavya. A farewell is necessary before you can meet again.
Yes, Sukti, you are right. I agree with you completely.
May I now request the Secretary General, IPSC MSMUN 2022, Ms. Riddhima Dhanuka, to come and do the final declaration for the closing of the ceremony.
With a heavy heart and a mind full of memories, I hereby, Secretary General, MSMUN, declare IPSC MSMUN 2022 conference closed.
Thank you, Riddhima.
Gratitude is the fairest blossom which springs from the soul. The thankful heart opens our eyes to a multitude of blessings that continually surrounds us. Taking this in mind, may I now request Cultural Secretary Mody School, Ms. Prakriti Kamlapuri, to deliver the vote of thanks.
A very warm namaskar and good afternoon to all. On behalf of the entire Mody family, I, Prakriti, Cultural Secretary Mody School, stand here proudly to express my vote of thanks. First and foremost, I would like to thank our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Sudhi Rajiv, for accepting our invitation and being with us here today. Your thoughts have certainly moved and inspired us all, ma'am. My heartfelt thanks to all the honorable dignitaries from Mody University for adding grace and gravitas to this event. I thank Madam Principal, Mody School Mrs. Kajal Marwaha, for always supporting and guiding us all so gracefully. Ma'am, this time you have set a very high standard for us students, and we guarantee that this legacy shall be continued. Now, I would like to place on record my sincerest gratitude to MUN Coordinator Ms. Nidhi Rajput and Secretary General Ridhima Dhanuka, along with their team, for organizing such a great program for us where we could all learn and grow together. A special thanks to the organizing committee and the escort students working as the sole helping hand during these days. Sincerest thanks to our dignified guests, the escort teachers from prestigious schools all over the country. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to the heads of various departments who handled this event throughout. A wide round of applause and thanks to all the participants, the delegates who made this event a memorable one. Thank you to the crew of Haridas Sabhagar Auditorium and the press for their generous support. Finally, I'd like to thank all of you for being here and everyone who directly or indirectly contributed to the success of this event. Thank you one and all. Please get ready for the national anthem.
Housekeeping announcement. Shuttles are waiting outside, so please proceed for the dining hall. Thank you.
Thank you all.